So me personally, I've missed out on a bunch of meme coins. I've missed out on some 100x opportunities. But that's okay for me and my personal strategy because I'd much rather hold an asset that will be here in the next 10 years when the market cap is 100 times larger. And of course, we can imagine what the prices would be of these digital assets that do in fact survive. Actually connecting the Visa remittance market there, but these three, TP Bank, OCB, and FinFan, seem to be forming a hub within Vietnam for Ripple-based remittances. Here's the last video I did over on October 8th when XRP was about $1.06, $1.07. Remember, just like I say, assets are rotating. Look on the daily, look on any other time frame, and you can see that they're coiling around that P pivot of the Fibonacci pivots before they take off. We saw XLM get that push. We got Filecoin. Let's see, XRP's at what, $1.07 today? I believe it easily pushes up to $1.20 in the near future. All right, and then taking a look at this post, I even posted this on October 7th over here. We had XLM on the left-hand side forming this flag before it got the pop. And of course, I was expecting the XRP price chart to do the same thing at $1.06, $1.07. We got the golden cross, and we did in fact pop just over $1.20. Let's look at the price. Here was October 8th when we were at $1.06, $1.07, and we got that push, closing candles around $1.21, wicking as high as $1.23. Pretty cool. What's going on, guys? Kevin Cage here with another XRP update. Hope y'all had a great weekend. We are on 3xrp.dev watching live XRP transactions right here. I absolutely love this user interface. Big fan of this. And this is created by Short the FOMO on Twitter. Here's the actual link if you guys are curious to visit. It is 3xrp.dev. We have a bunch of cool functionality and features on the way on this left-hand side. XRP daily active addresses have reached another all-time high price, as we can see XRP Crypto Wolf sharing. XRP daily active addresses could probably be stemming from the increase in new participants for the XRP Ledger trust lines, and I would definitely agree with that sentiment. And for anybody brand new, here's a great resource. This website is marketcapof.com. You can pick any asset and see what the value of that asset would be if it had the market cap of B. So very, very cool. And an example of this would be HBAR and ADA. So notice, if HBAR did in fact have the market cap of ADA Cardano, its price today would be approximately $4.82. This is something I use to essentially help me with fundamental analysis and kind of price predictions. And it's also fun to imagine even 10% of some of these valuations or even 10% of reaching certain market caps, which I think is entirely possible. I don't care if the token is 1/1000th of a penny or if it's $100 each. I only care about ROI, and HBAR has a beautiful ROI provided it can reach these prices in the future. Now, this is a friendly reminder from XRP Darren, one of the best researchers in all of the XRP community, and this is something that Darren pointed out back in 2019, and I've been talking about this ever since. So Finastra is a well-known Ripple partner. Notice, Finastra's hundreds of customers will have access to RippleNet. And what do we know today? So much more. So use your imagination here. They will also have the option to use on-demand liquidity, which leverages the digital asset XRP for cross-border payments. Well, who is Finastra? Operating from offices in 42 countries, revenues of approximately $2 billion, serves 90 of the world's top 100 banks. Out of the top 100 banks, Finastra is connected and serves 90% of them. Unbelievable. The depth of our product portfolio underpins the Fusion Fabric. They have Fusion Fabric. Maybe this is actually a part of Fusion Pay Plus, which also is integrated with XRP, cough, cough. And this is something XRP Darren pointed out a long time ago, just responding to Metatron, another great researcher, and we have right here. Finastra integrated CLS. Guys, continuous link settlement. They're personally plugged in to a huge percentage of the $5 trillion that SWIFT sends on a daily basis. Also the $5 trillion plus that is in the foreign exchange market. Notice, offering a complete set of integrated settlement services for FX transactions. And if you did watch the previous video of Alex Holmes talking about XRP serving the back end focused on foreign exchange transactions, whereas XLM was actually servicing the front end. And of course, you can go on Twitter, and this is why it's so important to have a Twitter, even if you don't like Twitter, because I hate Twitter, but I love it for crypto in this community I've met. Kevin Cage CLS in the search bar. Finastra's Pay Plus is leading solution used by CLS for FX settlements. Ripple and R3 partner. I have links everywhere. Over 50% of the $5 trillion per day right there goes over CLS. And so this is all linked. Remember, the former CEO actually became a Ripple advisor, which is not a coincidence. And State Street's also connected with Finastra, Ripple partner, and Temenos, which is the #1 banking software, which is also a Ripple partner, which is pretty comical. And remember, State Street, just like BNY Mellon, which is on the board for PolySign and Standard Custody, working alongside David Schwartz and Arthur Brito, who created the XRP ledger, they hold $30 trillion, which is approximately 10% of the world's assets. And this gentleman, Jay Biancomano of State Street, literally said, digital asset space will trickle, 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 then flood when the gates finally bust open, referring to the liquidity coming to this ecosystem. And yes, I know that we used to be at a $100 billion market cap, and now all of crypto is at what, 2 trillion plus right up here, 2.3 trillion. And then you have Mr. Raul of Real Vision Finance calling in the next 15 years a $200 trillion market. So I'm not really sweating the small stuff, provided I can pick assets that will be here to stay. Because if you pick assets that survive, I believe they will thrive in the long term. So me personally, I've missed out on a bunch of meme coins. I've missed out on some 100x opportunities. But that's okay for me and my personal strategy, because I'd much rather hold an asset that will be here in the next 10 years when the market cap is 100 times larger. And of course, we can imagine what the prices would be of these digital assets that do in fact survive. In the past, Finastra was just connected to 48 of the top 50, and now you can see that number has increased. And yes, over 9,000 customers, by the way. And this is back in 2020. 63% of banks were collaborating with fintechs on DLT, cough cough, using APIs. Of course, RippleNet connects directly to them. This is all linked, and down below, these are some of the best researchers in the game. Highly recommend it. And a variety of others that I missed, including Matthew Liny and Rath Economan, you name it. And remember, the company Ripple is personally connected to a variety of players: CLS, CGI, Finastra, ACI Worldwide, Earthport, Volante, and they all send trillions of dollars in value every single day. Trillions in value, millions of transactions, 40% of all US commercial bank deposits, 70% of worldwide traffic, and 4 of the top 5 corporate banks are connected. And the hardest part is waiting. Next up, Flare Utility with this tweet. It's not just about the Songbird, the ticker or abbreviation SGB. This is the testnet for Flare networks. It's not about the rewards. It's not about these communities not providing the rewards. It's not about the exchanges not providing the rewards. What it's really about is these exchanges that are not participating, they are restricting community growth. Absolutely. If your exchange has not distributed your Songbird yet, tag them below and let them know what it means to you. The network is its participants. Do not inhibit our growth. And absolutely love that. Please retweet any of this, guys. We have to support this community, and we are so much more powerful than we think. Next up, guys, shared by Rath Economan, had the highlight Ripple user Novati. CEO Peter Cook does say the group's Ripple partnership is going from strength to strength. Came out last month when they announced their entrance into Thailand with SCB. This is the Siam Commercial Bank, the largest commercial bank in all of Thailand. And now they're continuing to expand into the Thai market with their currency, the Thai Baht. Multi-channel payments technology company Novati continues to execute on its Southeast Asian expansion strategy with global blockchain and crypto solution provider Ripple. This partnership leverages the top 10 global cryptocurrency XRP to process cross-border payments instantly. So just another partnership to watch grow in the Southeast Asian market, along with Tranglo, which is another cross-border company leveraging XRP. And speaking of Rath Economan finding some gems, look at this. Ripple, the company, making progress now in Vietnam. And yes, they're already connected to the Vietnamese bank, TP Bank, which we've discussed many times, held by SBI. So essentially, OCB, a large bank with $4.6 billion assets held. We have SBI Ripple Asia with on-demand liquidity into Cambodia, so another country, and then FinFan, and I love saying this like in the last video, an enthusiastic money platform and the focus on this thread. And this is on Ripple's website. TP Bank is using RippleNet to drive transparent global payments between Vietnam and Japan. So this is an amazing thread highlighting all the partnerships and connections. And yes, I know some of these articles are a little older, but when you go back and dig through all these connections, you're going to be very, very interested with what we know with current news. FinFan partnered with Ripple, TP Bank, and OCB have become Ripple's strategic partner in Vietnam. Remember, over $4 billion assets held by this OCB bank. And we can see a quick look at FinFan's website shows a number of other new Ripple partnerships now. So we have Lynx Global, TerraPay, and we know them, WorldCom Finance, Kiwi, a Russian SBI investment, we've discussed them many times, TransferGo, and then potentially Small World Financial Services. And Rath Economan even highlights there are other platforms in Vietnam, other Ripple partners such as Neum, and we highlighted them in last video, actually connecting the Visa remittance market there. But these three, TP Bank, OCB, and FinFan, seem to be forming a hub within Vietnam for Ripple-based remittances. And I absolutely agree with that. We have a variety of sources down below. I'm going to retweet this right now, and thank you, Rath, for all you do. Absolute must follow. Also had a great time in Puerto Rico last week, and I actually gave one of my buddy's sons his first investment of silver, so a single ounce of silver. The smile on his face is absolutely priceless, and if he can keep it safe for over a year and not lose it, I will give him another on his next birthday. And yes, he is only 4 years old. And yeah, we did end up taking him to see the Venom movie with some friends. He's a tough kid. In Puerto Rico, he's going to be a future bichote, if you guys know what that is. Also, guys, the Bitcoin price chart is at a key level. So as you know, cup and handle formations, these fractals exist everywhere in the cryptocurrency market. From the recent high back in May and April, before the crash, we can see that we have now retraced to the 786 retracement. We have surpassed the 702 at 54K, sitting at 57.4, 57.5 today. Now doing another fib from another look on the daily Bitcoin price chart, we can see from the low to the high, we did in fact retrace back to the 786 level and then finally bursted right to the gold -27 Fibonacci extension. This is right around 57.5. So again, another confluence with the previous one I showed, and just wanted to explain that this is a key level. I know a lot of people are hoping that we do in fact hold these levels and finally burst and get that blow off top moment. Me personally, I am just awaiting my alts to erupt. And if Bitcoin does in fact pull back, it's going to pull our alts down a little bit longer, delay the fun. But I still expect a lot of alts that are way down here are going to burst from now until end of year. Last but not least, guys, remember, successful people do not bother pointing out and tracking others' mistakes. They are too damn focused on improving each and every day. They're on a mission. Unsuccessful people, they love keeping track of others. They keep track of their faults. It helps them cope and potentially even feel better. I have people that keep track of my mistakes and have fun doing so. I keep making mistakes, but I also keep winning and keep learning. And that's the point. I want all of you to not focus on the haters. I want you to focus on the mission and the purpose. I saw a comment this morning, even before this video, and he said, you were buying API 3 at $6. Yeah, absolutely. But if you know anything about my investment strategy, I am balanced to get a win out of either situation. So when we did in fact crash, I unloaded, I have more than ever before. And so then when prices even go back to $6, it's an unbelievable ROI because I leverage the power of dollar cost averaging and patience. And I still think people underestimate the power of compounding your returns. And they don't get if you get an 80% return from 50K, you're at 90K, you do that again. And even when you do that 3 times in a row, which I've been doing the past several months, it gets very powerful. Yes, it's slow when you start off with maybe $1,000, but once you've been in this market for the past several years, and when you learn how to compound your money, when you learn how to keep and rebalance your portfolio so you have a heavy fiat bag on the sidelines ready to capture any 50% crash, that is when the fun gets going. Remember, $1,000 and you kept getting, say, an 80% return, which maybe it takes 3 weeks, maybe it takes 2 months to get. Let's see how many times it takes to get to $1 million. Ready? 1 trade, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it takes 12 trades. I don't care if I wait 3 months for each trade. To compound my wealth like this is the secret of billionaires and their mindset, because they understand it starts slow, but once you have 6 figures or 7 figures, 80% return off 100K is an $80,000 profit. 50% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. So I stay focused on the long-term goal, ignore the noise, guys, and keep fighting. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Be sure to like and sub. Links are in the video description. And until next time.